Okay, I think we're on. Howdy and aloha, everybody. This is James with Wanna Talk, and I have the lovely Stevie with Thread Economics.
Yeah.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
Okay, so the reason I jumped on here basically was for a very, very important reason. And I'm going to tell you what the reason is. It's because of Bernie Sanders. Basically, Bernie Sanders just fucking blew it. He showed his true colors, and I mean, obviously, he took the deal in July of 2016. Maybe the deal was, hey, Bernie, you're not going to get it this year, so we're either going to kill everybody you know, and we'll give you a fucking cabin for $400,000, or um, or give you a cabin and keep you in the loop and let you take 2020, give you all the support and all this other stuff. But they're not. They're doing the same thing. But what just happened and just what I saw, and I didn't watch the thing, but I got it from, and I'll go to it here real quick, and I think the picture's on there. There it is. I'm just going to play it real quick. Oh, wrong one. There we go.
Bernard Sanders appeared on The View for the second time, and he was asked to respond to Donald Trump's claim that Bernie should be more outraged in the event the DNC screws him over again. And Meghan McCain followed up to Bernie's answer by asking, should you defend Tulsi Gabbard, who's saying that she, this time, is being screwed by the DNC? I want to share because I have a little bit to say about this.
Yeah. Senator, can I get a little wonky with you? So President Trump, in conspiratorial terms, he recently tweeted that the DNC has already decided to back Biden. He said, look what they did. The DNC is again working its magic in its quest to destroy crazy Bernie Sanders. I feel uncomfortable saying that to you. For the more traditional but not very bright, sleepy Joe Biden, I feel uncomfortable with that too. Here we go again, Bernie, but this time please show a little more anger and indignation when you get screwed. So he's basically saying that the DNC screwed you over last time for Hillary and is going to screw you over again. Do you think that's happening? And if it does, will you have a contested convention?
Well, Meg, let me respond in two sentences.
And I would never speak that.
I know
okay.
you.
We have our differences, but
President Trump refers to somebody else as crazy, talk about, somebody in a glass house. So President...
That is so fucking Jesus. Fuck.
It's called a projection.
Whoopee.
Yes.
So you feel like the
Whoopee.
DNC is in the tank for candidates?
Look, last time around, and this time, my campaign, talked about it with Whoopi, we are taking on the establishment. That's no great secret. We're taking on Wall.
Talk about it. What? You didn't talk about it. You didn't do shit about it. God, he's just fucking folding like a fucking napkin.
Street. We're taking on the insurance companies, the drug companies. We're taking on Trump. We're taking on the Republican machine. We're also taking on the Democratic establishment. The difference, though, between this time and last time is, as you will recall, before the first vote was cast in Iowa, Secretary Clinton had 500 superdelegates lined up behind her. In other words, like instead of a 100-yard race, she's on the 30-yard line. We ended that. I would go further, but right now, on the first ballot at the Democratic National Convention, no superdelegate will.
Wait, what was the question again?
Exactly.
Wait. What was the question? Hold on. Let's get to the question one more time.
But this time, please show a little more anger and indignation when you get screwed. So he's basically saying that the DNC screwed you over last time for Hillary and is going to screw you over again. Do you think that's happening? And if it does, will you have a contested convention?
Well, Meg, let me respond in two sentences.
Do you think it's happening, and will you have a contested convention? It's a yes or no, or I will have a contested convention. That's the answers we're looking for, right? And then there's some more.
And I would never speak that.
I know you.
Okay.
Got on Wall Street.
Wait.
In a glass
Did you see her
house.
weed? She's got a fucking
So, President Trump.
Oh,
Yes.
So you feel like the DNC is in the tank for candidates?
Look, last time around, and this time, my campaign, talked about it with Whoopi, we are taking on the establishment. That's no great secret. We're taking on Wall Street. We're taking on the insurance companies, the drug companies. We're taking on Trump. We're taking on the Republican.
No, you're not. That's where he's fucking up. He keeps telling everybody he's taking on these corporations.
He's taking on the powerful elite, but he goes along with this two-party oligarchy and the same people that are in bed with the Republicans and the same people that are in bed with the corporations. He's going along right with them in the dance. As long as they're Democratic, he goes along with them.
No, the point is he's not going against his fellow fucking legislators and senators and House of Representatives, and he's saying that it's the corporate elite's fault, or he's placing the blame, or where we should attack. No, the attack needs to be within. He needs to be the one calling out names, people that are fucking like fucking Chucky the Shoe and fucking Pelosi. He's not.
Nope.
He's not. He's not calling out any names. And I guarantee you, if you don't hear any fucking name calling or just throwing in somebody on the fucking bus, you can guarantee that the DNC is just going to be completely rigged. They're going to fucking lose, blah, 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 blah. But what he's constantly saying in his message, and I've watched a lot of his town halls and his seminars and his fucking gatherings and everything he's done, which I think is great, but he's not saying who the true culprits are. And the true culprit is the people he fucking works with. Like side by side, hand in hand, arm in arm. These fucking people are there for, not just for the $174,000 a year. They are there for far more than that. How do you think fucking Pelosi is worth over $100 million in the past few decades? It's just fucked up. So, did you want to add anything?
No.
Okay.
Same shit, different day.
Same shit, exactly, right? So let's just go back and listen to this fucker squeal around and not answer the two questions. The two questions is, do you think they're fucking you? And are you going to do anything about it? Right? And pretty much no.
We're also taking on the Democratic establishment. The difference, though, between this time and last time is, as you will recall, before the first vote was cast in Iowa, Secretary Clinton had 500 superdelegates lined up behind her. In other words, like it's a 100-yard race, she's on the third.
That's not the fucking difference. That's not the difference. It had nothing to do with the delegates. It had to do with the collusion and the rigging. Everything had already been, Donna Brazile already fucking told everybody what the fucking truth was. He's blaming the delegates. That she already had delegates lined up.
I thought it was Russia. Didn't he say it was Russia?
No, I think it was Russia. Exactly.
Yeah, I remember him going along with the whole Russia.
Yeah. So Bernie was.
So is it the DNC or is it Russia? Which is it?
Right. Exactly. Was it the DNC meddling and fucking their mafia tactics and the rigging and the cheating? I mean, from that, named every fucking state that didn't have a paper trail. Hillary fucking mafia-ized it, in a sense. She fucking did anything she could to fucking lie, cheat, and steal in those states. And she fucking did a good job doing it. And then when it came to 2016 in July, the 15th, I think it was, that's when he fucking got that little notice or the meeting from Obama. Just step aside, Bernie. Just step aside. And he fucking did it, and he's doing it again with his words right now.
30-yard line. We ended that. I would go further, but right now, on the first ballot at the Democratic National Convention, no superdelegate will be voting. That's a step forward. Second of all, I'm feeling pretty good about our campaign, and I very much appreciate President Trump's wholehearted concern about me. I know he is being sincere about this.
Can I just follow up really quick though? But Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard is saying she's been excluded from the DNC stage, and she actually resigned, as you know, as vice chair of the DNC last time because of your treatment. Number one, do you think that she was right? Again, I just don't know if getting rid of superdelegates is enough. And do you think it's your turn to?
That's a great point. Is getting rid of superdelegates enough? Of course it's not. You know, this fucking chick is not saying directly what should be done or what could be done. And I'm not praising this chick because she's a fucking McCain, but she's making some valid points. You know, it's not enough. The delegates aren't fucking going to do anything because they're going to come back around. They're still there. The delegates haven't gone anywhere, right? They haven't gone anywhere. Okay, so right here is the good part. This is not the good part, but this is the part that pissed me off the most. Because you guys, I'm a Tulsi fan. There's no doubt. I think she's really stirring up the pot. I think she's getting screwed, just like Bernie did, because Bernie's not going after the people he should be going after. He's going after the people that can't be touched. The big corporate, they can't fucking be touched because they're people. They have fucking people rights. So, go ahead. You were going to say?
No, I didn't have anything to say.
Okay.
Stand up for her to be on the
Well,
debate stage now.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. I would go further. I would.
As vice chair of the DNC last time because of your treatment. Number one, do you?
Yes.
Listen.
But
Yeah.
can I just follow up really
Listen.
quick though? But Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard is saying she's been excluded from the DNC stage, and she actually resigned, as you know, as vice chair of the DNC last time because of your treatment.
She fucking, for you, Bernie, you motherfucker, for you, she fucking left that. She fucking quit because she knew you were being screwed. Because she knew the collusion. She knew there was rigging. She knew there was cheating. But she did it for you, Bernie. She fucking did it for you. And what is Bernie doing? Let's watch. To defend her. Okay, talk about credibility. This guy's fucking losing all of it. And he has lost integrity. When he left in 2016 in July, he lost a lot of respect for me and a lot of people. And I can't believe there are people still out there that believe he's actually going to fucking do something for you. I just don't see it happening. I think he's just a pipe. I mean, what do you think?
He's a fair weather friend.
He's a fair weather friend.
Yeah, well, just like Elizabeth Warren, she'll sit there and she'll be like, "Man, that was really messed up. What happened to you? I wish I could have done something, but sorry. I didn't want to upset the apple cart, and I got this nice job, and I got voters, and I get patted on the back every once in a while, and I just didn't really want to mess that up by standing up for like what's right and important. So
Yeah, I didn't.
sorry, bro. I wish we could have helped you out.
Yeah, I was there going to get a bail bondsman for you, but you know what? I had to go
I was going
watch
to.
Star Wars.
I was gonna.
I was gonna. I swear to you, I was gonna. So this is this fucker right now. Just amazing. Here we go.
Number one, do you think that she was right? Again, I just don't know if getting rid of superdelegates is enough. And do you think it's your turn to stand up for her to be on the debate stage now?
Let me just say this. I would go further. I would ban superdelegates from voting on any ballot. We could not achieve that. We got them off the first ballot, which was a step forward. Tulsi is a good friend of mine. Where the DNC right now had a difficult problem. How do you deal with 20 candidates who are running? Do you have 20 people up on the stage together? Does that make a sensible debate? I think not. So they came up with their approach. I am not a great fan, I should tell you, Megan, as to how we do debates in general.
Right there. Right there, he had his point. He had it. I'm not a huge fan of, boom, switch over to fucking debates. To how nobody likes the fucking debate process. Nobody likes the way you get 8 seconds to fucking say your point. That is fucking such a fucking testicle move, because pussies are 1,000 times stronger than fucking testicles. I'm sorry. It's just that's the look. This is the reality, everybody. This guy fucking didn't stick up for Tulsi, and she should fucking call him out. And everybody else should say, you know what, Bernie, this chick defended you, took the hit for you, and did everything. And who else are you gonna fucking not, help or assist or come to their aid? How many more people are you gonna fucking let down? Me? I'm not gonna fucking let you do that to me again. Like I've always said, Fool me fucking once, shame on you. Fool me fucking twice, shame on me. And I'm not going to let that happen again. And I hope nobody else does. And I'm telling you right now, this fucker this clearly indicates that he can't and won't fight against the establishment. This is the greatest indicator right here. He's not even trying to defend a woman that he clearly knows is being fucking pushed off the cliff. Clearly and absolute. You don't think his team is following this? Either he's super scared of her ability to fucking connect with people, which she's doing a great job, or he's just the three things, or he's just not paying attention, or he's fucking been told, hey, stay away from it. Stay away from it. But I think the guy has turned into a fucking pawn. I really think he's turned into a pawn. He had a great opportunity to defend somebody that's seeing things almost very closely in line with he's somewhat portraying, and he didn't do a fucking thing.
Right.
My own feeling would be, rather than giving people 45 seconds to talk about what we do with the crisis
That's
of high
not the
cost of
question,
prescription
Bernie.
drugs, we
Honey, what happened?
Oh, that was some master dodging right there. Deflect it. Don't actually answer the question, but just like flip it back and make it seem like you're talking about the answer because you're still talking about the debates, but then you're just taking the answer in a totally different direction.
Yeah, that's what just happened.
Yeah, it had nothing. Neither question that she asked was actually answered in that. It was just saying the same words, but not getting to the right message.
Yes,
He's talking about the thing that she asked about, but he's not answering.
he didn't actually answer the question precisely. I'm saying it's very obvious. He sideslipped that. He fully and completely said, well, just like you said, dodged it. But he did it in a way to where he could still stay somewhat on topic, but not actually address it fully the way it should have been addressed. And that's a fucking testicle move, Bernie. You fucking testicle motherfucker.
Right. Luca has a question.
Oh, go ahead, Luca.
If Bernie did become...
It's Lucas.
Well,
Is it Luca or Lucas?
no, there's no S.
Oh, I thought it was Lucas. Sorry.
If Bernie did become the nominee and he made Tulsi his VP, would you change your opinion of him, or if he made her Secretary of State?
Oh, it would have to be VP. Secretary of State is just... No. I think that's probably what's going to happen is Secretary of State. But I think she would be more of a threat to him, and he knows it, if she was VP. Because, let's be honest, I mean, Bernie Sanders, how old is he? 80? 79? 80?
74?
No, he's not.
75?
Bernie Sanders, like, fucking, oh, does anybody know? Can you check? Anyway, so the reason why I jumped on the show tonight, guys, is I've just got to say Bernie is not fighting against, he's not going after the people he needs to. He's not taking down the people he needs to.
Oh, he's 77.
Yeah, that's fucking moving right there, you know? So, and he's doing all right, but the biggest thing is this. The biggest takeaway that I'm getting from this, and what's great about Mike, and Mike didn't really get too pissed off, but he said, I wish that Bernie would have came to fucking Tulsi's defense. You know, Mike what's his last name again? Figueredo. Mike, I'm telling you, bro, we're in a fucked up two-party oligarchy. I keep telling everybody all the fucking time. There's one person within the party, one of the parties themselves, that's actually trying to just, it's like, the metaphor I like to use is venom. Because you know how you try to pull away, but venom keeps taking you back? This fucking host disease thing, and it's tough. But Bernie's been submerged in this for a long, long time. And I don't think he can get away from this. I just think he's going to be part of the fucking venom, disgusting mafia, Clinton mafia for a long time. I don't think he has the pussy to get out of it. Because I know he's just being a testicle. If I were Tulsi at this point, if I knew I saw this, then go after Bernie, Tulsi. He just fucking, you know what I mean? Go after just everybody's fair game now. Everybody's fair game. Because he did not stick up for you. I mean, you might piss off a couple people, but I think you need to address this and say, I was truly surprised that during the View, Bernie did not at all defend my position, and she's saying that the DNC does not provide transparency, or they're just fucking cheating basically in the way they're moving the polls. Okay, and don't get me started.
Oh, no.
What is it?
Lucas said, "Oh, hey, Garden and Zoxalix is here."
Zoxavox?
No, Zoxalix.
Okay, that's a different person.
So Lucas said Jamal thinks that Bernie has not said much about Assange or directly challenged the DNC because he's playing the long game.
Oh yeah, Jamal's right. I think.
I love Jamal. He's very smart. But
However,
I think he's very emotionally attached to Bernie, and I think that he wants to believe, maybe.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why he's doing it.
yeah. He
But-
thinks he's playing the long game. There's no.
Yeah, well,
There is no more fucking long or short games anymore. It's,
I mean, like Trump's playing 4D checkers, right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Trump is basically playing tic-tac-toe. His process is so fucking simple, and the way he's doing it is so fucking easy. But in the DNC, it's like fucking, what's that, multi-level chess in Star Trek?
Yeah, why can't we just have somebody that just is open and honest
And just
and
outright.
doesn't have to play those games?
Yeah, that's the sad part.
Don't play the games of a rigged game. You know what you do in a rigged game? You don't play it. You don't partake in those games. You don't do the 4D chess. You don't do any of that stuff.
That's one of the greatest points I've heard in regards to the political arena that we're going through right now. Just stay out of it. It's if you want to be a part of where the 99% is asking and begging and praying that you need to be for them, get out of it. Start fucking talking real. Stop overthinking or rethinking or trying to say the right things to appease your party, to appease your donors. I mean, you've got to take care of what you believe is best and what's right for and nobody's saying these words, the 99%. I haven't heard a fucking single Democrat say the 99% because there's still, like I said, that little venom part that's still kind of laxed in them. They won't say that. They won't, because I'm sorry, that's an Occupy thing, right?
And I get it. I mean, it's hard. This is a thing that Bernie's been doing since he was 20 years old. He's been in this.
Oh, he's
And
been
he
in the
wants,
fight for a long time.
I mean, these are coworkers that you have to go against. These are friends. I mean, look at the whole thing with Jimmy Dore.
Mhm.
Why he didn't want to break away from TYT. He was comfortable there.
You're kidding.
No.
You only brought up one beer,
No, I brought up 3.
so 2 for you and 1 for me.
But
Okay.
what I'm saying is, it's hard to do that, especially when you're so involved in this process. And you're involved. Your whole life is this thing. And that's why I think it's hard for people like Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren. I don't think that they're bad people. I just think that they're kind of blinded by the bubble that they're in.
No, they've been in this arena for a long time. They have tons of scars. They're leathered up, and I don't think they can see very far. The great thing about, in my opinion, Tulsi, is she comes from a different perspective. She's far away in an island overlooking the rest of the fucking continent. Now, I am not going to go as far as to say that she can't be bought, because she's still connected to the fucking DNC. Whether everybody wants to think so or not,
Who?
the Democratic Party.
No. Who
Tulsi
is?
Gabbard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No
I
matter
mean,
what anybody says.
I like Tulsi, but you got to keep an eye on them. Every single one.
Oh yeah. It's what I'm concerned about with her is it's almost like will they let her continue? And obviously they're not. So they're doing whatever they can to stop this woman from talking about the military industrial complex or talking about big pharma or talking about the things that most of us want to talk about. And most of us that have been trying to talk about for a long time. So basically the point of this show is really simple. You can't. I'm just having the hardest time trusting people. I'm just fucking having the hardest time. These
Well,
candidates.
we shouldn't trust them. We shouldn't trust any. I like Tulsi. Shouldn't trust her. You know, when you got people that are holding that much power, you have to. What's that saying? Trust but verify. Okay, you're like, okay, I'll take your word for it. No, I gotta go. Let me go
Yeah, but
double check you.
let me make sure we're fucking good to go here.
Checks and balances.
Yeah, checks and balances. Good to go. Like we've always said, and Evan said this. Everybody, we've always said this. You know, chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself, and just make sure that when you're watching these things or when you're hearing these things, anything nowadays that's written, like Washington Post, New York Times, LA Times, just I fucking will not trust any of that shit anymore. I will not. Just because it's written doesn't make it so. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. So I will call a candidate's, intern, or I will try to get as much information as I can. But when you blatantly, from a candidate and the representative, but when you blatantly do something like what Bernie just did, and I don't want to stray too far away from the show and its point and its topic, but he fucking just left Tulsi in the dust. It's like, he's got the Hummer, and he's got the Hummer air conditioned going through the Mojave Desert, right? And she's like, hey, can you stop and pick me up? He just goes by and goes, nope. Yep, that's it. That's what
that
just
sucks. That sucks, Tulsi.
Fuck you, and then Tulsi's like, okay, because I have a fucking magic carpet, motherfucker, and Aladdin is coming here. He's on his way now, goddammit. But anyway, I think the point's been made. I truly believe and absolutely believe that Bernie isn't who you think he is, and I really hate to burst everybody's bubble. I do believe that Tulsi is definitely going in the right direction. Obviously, they're fucking colluding and rigging and cheating and trying to sweep her under the rug or away or in a corner or just get her out of the picture as much as possible, like they did to Bernie. Because Bernie was talking about the topics that their contributors don't want to be talked about. Anyway, I'm going to go. Are you good?
Yeah.
I think I made my point.
Oh, Tulsi did a Reddit AMA today, so maybe we should do a live stream at some point and go through some of her answers or some of the questions.
That's a good idea. Like, not now, though, right? Okay.
Next time.
Mama didn't want to do that. And everyone, remember, keep Mama happy. All right? Well, you want to hear the song? Let's hear the song. Can we hear the song? Gotta hear the song. You know what sucks is that I play the song. They hear it, but I can't hear it. Howdy and aloha. Welcome to Manatawk. The earth and you are ohana. We hope you stay and talk. Let's do it aloha. No. Let's do it aloha. Aloha. God, Jesus, woman.